Episode 18 here today. New one. Well, obviously a new one, but we haven't done these for a while. It's been 3 weeks, and we're back here with Jack Jacobson, Dilbark. This is our second time, your guys' first time joining us. A long story short, the first time we were on with these two, we lost all the audio. Yeah, tragic.
Sucks. Very tragic.
I mean, you guys have anything to say on that before we jump into all the big, like, just losing the audio? Like, what was the reaction when I texted Dylan first, and I go, dude, I just lost it all.
I think we were with each other.
Yeah, we were at Kate's.
Yeah.
But I remember shed a tear.
Yeah, I remember my, jaw hitting the floor. It was tragic.
I still remember, too. I don't know if you guys posted it on your story. I don't know what it was. You might have just, posted a story, but, just with me in it or something. But I saw you guys post, you go, Pod Bros, and then something like Carter Moss. And this is right as I'm texting Dylan, I go, we lost all the audio. Before I hit send, I look at his story and I see Pod Bros. You guys look so happy and just
I tagged Sam Sanders.
Yeah. Oh no, it was Sam Sanders. Was that on your real story, or did you just?
Or was it on your private?
It had to have been on your private.
I swear I just saw that.
I remember that.
But I'm like, I see him post that, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, what am I gonna say?
Roommates and Pod Bros. Let's get it at Sam Sanders.
Was that on your real story?
It might have been. I really don't know.
This is seconds before I text Dylan, dude, I got bad news.
Man.
And I text Jack, too. I go, you got to go see what I texted. I texted Dylan, and he goes,
Talk to Dylan.
He goes, bet. And I'm like, no, this is so bad. This is not good news.
Yeah.
Oh, that was... Gosh. It was such a good podcast, too.
It was.
It was good.
I like that a lot.
We talked about some of the most... It was some funny stuff, but...
Yeah. What was it? Baseball?
I mean, there was some... But we started sidetracking on some really random stuff.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. But anyway, what we have lined up for today, we're going to talk about the Playboi Carti album first. Jack's a big Playboi Carti fan, I hear.
Huge Playboi Carti fan.
So we're going to get his intel. Even though it was a week prior, we're going to get his intel on it. We're also going to talk about some March Madness picks. We're obviously not going to go over the whole bracket, but we're going to probably describe who we think is going to be in our Final Four for some of our brackets, how our brackets are going. We're also going to do a draft. The draft's going to be a little very specific. It's going to be a draft of stats in your life that you wish you could see. I'll explain that later when we get in the draft, so that should be interesting. We'll probably talk about some baseball stuff if we have time. But anyway, like I said, the lineup we're going here. Jack, your first initial thoughts on the Playboi Carti. Take it away. I don't care how long you talk for on this, but we got to know what you thought about it in detail. Dylan has not listened to it, by the way, just to make that clear. Anyway.
I thought it was really good. There's a lot of, songs that were already out that he also put on the album. So, a lot of songs that, people already knew if you listen to them. There is a couple misses on the song, I think. The beat is, really, just, heavy, more metal-ish.
Yeah.
That I don't really like, but... Other than that, it was really good. There's really good features on it and stuff that I thought were really good. I wish there was a couple songs that have been unreleased and leaked that were on it, but I mean they weren't. So,
out of 10, what was it?
I'd give it a 6. I'll give it a 9.
9. Damn.
That's crazy. I'm gotta say, a 9 is super generous. And every Playboi Carti fan, I say every Playboi Carti fan. When I say every, it's 3 people. But every Playboi Carti fan that I've heard, they've been glazing the crap out of it. And he's living proof that it is. It was not very good, guys. I'm going to be completely honest. I'm sorry. It just wasn't.
What was your favorite song on it?
I don't even know, dude. They all sounded it was kind of like the... No, chill. It wasn't like the Drake album, but it was the Drake album in the sense that they all just kind of sounded a lot of the same.
Yeah.
That was kind of the Drake album when it first came out. Is man, I keep clicking through every song, and it's
I can agree with that. A lot of the beats sounded the same.
But here's the thing with Playboi Carti when it comes to that. I think it's either you love him or you hate him. There's no really in-between with him. With Drake, when he came out with this, you can kind of have an in-between with Drake. With Playboi Carti, it's either you're super loyal or you don't like him, and I'm kind of on the don't like him initially before the album came out anyway. So that's probably why I don't like it. It's just not my type of style, but I wasn't too impressed with it. And the fact that he's been foreshadowing this for a year now, yeah?
Over that. It was 5 years since he dropped his last album.
Damn.
And didn't his producer or his producer company, whatever, kind of force him to drop this one anyway?
Kind of not. I mean, like at the very beginning of 2024, like I think like legit like the very first week of like January of last year, like he came out with like 3 songs that he only posted to YouTube. And so like
only posted to YouTube, just a video, or like it was just
like it was like a music video with the song, and like 2 of those are now on the album. And he was like saying that like, I mean, he was putting everywhere that like album 2024 like. And stuff, but never dropped. But
wasn't one of them Evil Jordan?
Yeah,
that's the only song I know from that album.
I mean, I don't. Oh gosh, I'm starting. I can't say I listened to all 30 track. It was 30 songs. Yeah,
30 songs.
I mean, I obviously can't say I listened to all 30. I probably listened to maybe half, a third-ish. But like, I feel like, I don't know, if it was a good album, the first few songs have to be good regardless, and you gotta draw your crowd and attention good with the first few songs, and you just didn't do that for me. So
that's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, that's kind of quick on the Playboi Carti album. I don't know if there's anything else we want to talk about there. I don't know. I think it was just underwhelming, personally. But you said it was a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well, how do you compare? I guess this is the one question for you. How do you compare it to his last album 5 years ago?
It's tough to say because, like, I don't know.
Was it better or worse? You know what I mean?
Well, I remember like listening to a whole lot of Red when it dropped, like, and I was like young, but I mean that album was very good. That's his best album in my opinion. I don't know. Right now, I still think his last album's better than like now, just because like I don't really know all the songs like fully yet. So like, I don't know, but give it a little bit.
So I mean, just jump into March Madness.
Jump into it.
I think I want to be. I feel like it's been underwhelming as well. Kind of, I guess, jumping off the Playboi Carti. I think there hasn't been a ton of upsets that and you want to know, and you actually want to know who I blame for that, for it being a boring March Madness so far, is TikTok. You can't lie to me when I say there was so many edits that came out about March Madness, like it's almost that time.
Yeah, but I feel like that's every year. Well, last year there was a lot of edits too, and last year was a pretty good March Madness year, right? Who won last year? UConn? UConn
won last year, who was favored to, I mean, they were back-to-back champions.
They blew everyone out by like 20 plus.
I know, but everything else, there was some, I think last year was a little different though. There was still a little more upsets, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But it wasn't like there was that many upsets, but it was good game after good game after, it was like 2-point games.
Yeah.
I think this year it's like,
the first round, there's like no like 2-point games. Or like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, I guess McNeese and Clemson, but, like...
That was dumb.
It shouldn't have been that close.
No. And I know we're talking about this on Saturday, and I probably drop this tomorrow, speaking of Sunday, so there's still games that we don't know about that you guys probably already know about that have happened. So there could be some crazy games that we don't know about that you guys know about that are going to... Some buzzer beaters, hopefully. But, like... Shoot, yeah, I want to talk about that McNeese game. McNeese should not be in this round of 32 at all. Clemson was such a much better team that just played their absolute worst brand of basketball you could ever play at the worst time of the year. And they still only lost by 2.
Hate to say McNeese is down by 20 right now at half.
As they should be. They're not. If Clemson was in this game right now, Clemson would be seriously, I think, stomping over Purdue. I don't think Purdue is that great either. They're not very big, and their biggest guy comes off the bench. So he can't. I would assume he can't be that great.
Who's their best player again? Purdue's. It's
I don't even.
Their point guard right now with that beard is like.
Brandon Smith's tough.
Yeah. Also, they have a knockdown shooter. He looks like a freaking dad.
Yeah.
Oh no, they do actually have. You know the guy I'm talking about with like the side part, not the beard dude, but the other like
the white guy.
The white dude knockdown shooter. He was in the same high school class as Zion.
Really?
How old is he?
That's ridiculous. Because Zion, like.
Speaking of.
When did he get drafted? 2019.
2021.
Whoa.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, look that up because I think that'd be interesting.
Well,
about how old that guy really is.
Didn't that team make a run in like 2018 with Zion?
They lost in the Sweet 16 or they lost in the.
They lost to Michigan.
Hold on.
Who did they lose to?
Lost to Michigan.
No, I still remember that really close game they had with UCF, though? No, they lost in the Sweet 16 because I remember they almost lost to UCF.
With Taco Fall. Yeah.
UCF should have won that game. Remember they missed like 2 layups in a row?
Taco Fall fouled out, too. And then, so it kind of sucks.
I remember UCF, it was like a 1 versus 8. UCF lost, and I remember they were down by like 1 or 2, and they came down. The dude had a drive, missed a layup. They had a putback wide open and missed that as well.
I don't remember that. But speaking of old players, Creighton, you know that Ashworth dude?
Mm-hmm.
He's like 24.
That's ridiculous, too.
Yeah, and he has a kid and a wife.
And now think about it, too. The new college rules with all the with JUCO now, you can go 2 years of JUCO and go 4 years after that at a different college after you transfer.
Isn't that kind of like baseball?
Well, yeah, that's baseball. That's every sport, I think, now. And not only to mention, that's not even counting your redshirt years. And there's still kids here that have COVID years.
Yeah, which somehow.
And actually, technically, you can be as old as you want in college as long as you have eligibility. Like, I know J.R. Smith, after he retired from basketball, went to go play college golf somewhere.
Actually?
Yeah. But he still has to take classes and stuff. That's that's why people aren't doing it. You don't see 35-year-olds trying to go play college basketball because you still got to take classes and stuff, which nobody wants to do. But yeah, what's your guys' Final Four looking like?
I have a lot of brackets right now.
I have.
Well, I guess, what's your...
Which league? Like Moss? Should we do Moss's league?
Everyone go look up Moss's league.
I can't get into that, so I got to look up Jack's phone.
Carter Moss's league. Everyone here
Dylan's leading it. You missed one after day one.
Really?
And I forget who that was.
Oh my god, my bracket's terrible. I haven't looked at it.
This is Moss's.
Carter Moss's league. Shout out Carter Moss, by the way.
Shout out Carter Moss.
First ever shout out about Carter Moss.
Oh,
if you're from Washington, you know. Dude's a dog.
Dylan's still in first. He is at a 99.3 percentile.
Okay. Oh, 99.3%. Okay.
Tommy Boyham's in second.
Dang. Cole.
Wow.
Let's see Dylan Bark's Final Four in this.
Dylan Bark's Final Four. He's got Michigan State over St. John's and Tennessee beating Duke.
I like it. That's a realistic Final Four.
Honestly hate Duke.
And then he's got Michigan State beating Tennessee in the championship.
Yeah.
Go Green.
I don't think
I can respect that.
Too good.
You don't like Michigan State? I got Michigan State.
I'm a Michigan State fan. If they are a really good team.
They're consistent as well.
Attacking the basketball. They have good defense. Their problem is they cannot shoot. They can't shoot.
They didn't look good last night?
No, they looked good last night. I watched that.
They started out a little slow, though.
Yeah.
But started out super slow.
If you looked at Bryant, though, I've seen some metrics on Bryant compared to the rest of the 15 seeds that they played. Bryant was by far the best 15 seed there.
Yeah.
And speaking of 15 seeds, I know there's said some bad games, but out of 32 games, obviously there's going to be some good ones. I think that Alabama won.
Alabama game was really good.
That one dude went off for Robert Morris. Dickerson or something? Dickinson?
Could be right.
Yeah,
I don't know. Also, that Baylor game yesterday, the first game yesterday, that Baylor Mississippi State game came in the last
I had
shot.
Mississippi State.
I had Mississippi State as well. That was so tragic. You know what pissed me off, though? How does Vanderbilt, by the way, I want to shout out Vanderbilt. I had Vanderbilt winning. They're up 12. It's a nice little upset I got going. And I come back after baseball practice, and I asked Siri who won. And yeah, Vanderbilt gets defeated by St. Mary's. They're up 12. With 16 minutes left.
Was that a 10 versus 7?
Yeah. St. Mary's isn't very good. There's just not.
Vanderbilt too.
I'd say Mary's.
And also all the upsets too that have happened, I feel like have been the more predictable ones. Okay, McNeese is the only one. If you're choosing McNeese, you have no ball knowledge. Clemson was so much better.
I picked Clemson.
I had McNeese going to the Sweet 16.
A lot of people have McNeese. Sweet 16?
Chill, bro. They should.
See, their manager has NIL deals.
You see what he was wearing today? That orange
Aura.
Yeah, the Aura jumpsuit.
It was way too big on him.
I didn't even know who he really was until 2 days before the tournament.
Until I saw that video of them walking out.
Yeah, he's got the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Wait,
he has an NIL deal from.
That's why he has that probably.
Yeah.
He's got 2 others. It's this cookie place and then I don't know. I can't remember, but a decent name because I didn't know the cookie, but I know the
Imagine
2
Kasdan Shepard having NIL deals.
Oh, Kasdan Shepard.
I don't know what brand would hire that guy.
I know what brand, but I don't want to say it.
Yeah.
By the way, I don't care. I'm throwing shots at Kasdan Shepard. Sorry, got to be one of the worst team managers to ever do it. I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
What's so bad about
It's
him?
not that deep because it's team managing. The dude doesn't fill up any water.
He doesn't. No, yeah, he's lazy. He doesn't do anything.
And this man thinks he has. I remember we're whenever we had road trips, he thinks he could sit in the back of the bus.
Yeah, he thinks he can do that.
He just can't. He gets so pissed. It's dude.
He's a POSN.
And you know what?
He's a possum.
And you know what? Manny knows his role. Manny Mertz, by the way, also complete opposite direction. One of the best team managers probably ever.
Just a role player.
He is. He knows his role. That's the thing. Kasdan doesn't really know his role yet.
Yeah.
And I say yet he's got no time left. He's a senior, graduated. Manny Mertz, the ratio to game to waters filled up for Manny Mertz is absolutely insane. I have not seen Kasdan fill up a single water this last year.
Nope.
I have not seen him give out a water. Manny, every time out, he fills his hands with water cups. He's like, "You need one? You need one?" No, and then
we were front row breaking that down every time out.
Yeah, we have stats on Manny. Manny is like one of the best managers in the state.
And then I still remember one time too. I'm like, I'm about to play, and I give Kasdan my water bottle. I'm like, "Hey, can you just fill us up? I'm about to go warm up."
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah, he thinks he's that guy. He thinks he's that guy.
And you know what? Manny Mertz takes like, "I got you," because Manny.
Respect.
But and again, it's so funny. Kasdan just thinks he can sit in the back of the bus on road trips, and he just he gets so pissed, and everyone just trolls him, and he just he's a funny dude.
Did you watch any of the state games last night?
No, we should actually go over that a little bit as well. Lincoln versus
Lincoln
Mitchell. I don't.
Marcus
that was a good
Talley.
game.
I didn't. I'm going to be honest. I did not watch, but I saw the final.
I didn't
score.
watch the Brandon.
He legit didn't miss in the third quarter.
Yeah, he had. I saw
there was back-to-back possessions where he who was guarding him?
DeAndre Painter was guarding him one time.
He I don't even know what he did. He hit a tough step back and just drilled 2 threes in a row back to back.
The thing with Marcus Talley, I've been saying this all the time. He's a guy that he can score 2-3 points in a game and still be the most impactful player on the floor.
Yeah,
because he can play defense at a high level. He can distribute at a high level. And that's even the thing in the state championship last year they played when they won. Landon Delaney shut him down to 5 points, but the dude was getting assist after assist after assist.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The defense is going to collapse him every time he drives. He's actually a drive first guy. He doesn't really shoot many threes. He gets to the hole a lot. And he's a lefty, and he's probably better with his right hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's good.
I mean, this is no shade at Lincoln. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. I am a little glad that Lincoln lost just because you guys have been so successful lately in every single sport. It's nice to share the love a little bit once in a while.
Yeah, just maybe not to Mitchell, but yeah.
I mean,
not a big Mitchell fan.
But that's the thing. Now, Mitchell probably is great slate to beat Brandon Day for their back-to-back state titles.
Wins. I actually hope Brandon wins.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, Mitchell's won it last year. Actually, this is kind of ironic. The girls' state championship game and the boys' state championship game are both rematches from last year. Brandon OG and then Brandon I'm going to be honest, though. Brandon is kind of allergic to winning state championships. They are always in it. Football, L. Last year in basketball, L. Girls' basketball 2 years in a row, lost in the state championship. Is this the year? I don't know.
No. I don't know, dude.
Also, Craig Nelson, their head coach, has been in a ton of state championship games and just has not had one.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night. He's like, what was it? Someone was saying, you know what I'm talking about? They're talking about how much he loses state championships. I forget what it was, but they're talking about how he loses a lot of state championships.
He does. Yeah. He does. But he's always there. They're like the Gonzaga of high school basketball. They're always in there. Sweet. Gonzaga's made 9 straight Sweet 16s. They play today. Shout out Zags, but by the way, they put BTA to Georgia early.
You love the Zags, don't you?
I love them. But they are always in the Sweet 16, but can never win a national championship, or always in the Final Four or Elite Eight, and they just can never get done. Yeah. But they will always be there. Same with Brandon. Brandon will always be there in contention. It's just they can't finish it off. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm really gonna watch much.
Yeah, they're gonna be good for baseball too this year.
Yeah, we'll save baseball for a little bit. But anyway, we should go over our Final Fours. I know we sidetracked.
Yeah, so I got Michigan State winning. I low-key forgot I had them winning.
I like Michigan.
Hopefully they can make a run.
In all my money brackets, the pools I put money in, I have either Michigan State winning it all or Maryland winning it all. Maryland? I really like Maryland. They have guys that can get hot and that can... Look, I don't think they're necessarily going to win it all. If I had to really guess, I know it's cliche to say, but just Florida just looks...
Florida or Duke.
Just looks phenomenal. Or the one thing with Duke, they do look like they're really good, but they are young and played in a weak ACC conference. But I don't know. I feel like if you have Cooper Flag...
Who do they play next? They play Baylor next?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
That'll be a good game.
That'll be a good game.
Hopefully. What do you got?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I got Michigan State and Florida. I got Florida winning that. And then I have Duke and Houston with Duke winning that. And then I got Florida winning it all.
So you have 3 1 seeds and a 2 seed?
Yep.
On every other year, I would say that's not very smart because usually that just never happens. But the way this first round has went, it looks like it's just going to be no 1, 2, 3, or 4 seed lost in the first round.
Yeah.
There's usually a 4 seed that loses to a 13 seed at least once.
Yeah, I haven't watched Houston at all this year, so I don't really know how Houston
The thing,
is.
well, Houston plays Gonzaga today, and that's I mean, I know I'm being biased, but Gonzaga we can all agree, Gonzaga is a great 8 seed, especially with the experience piece. But Gonzaga actually, on paper, has a better offense than them. Where Houston's going to win, though, if they want to win, they win on the boards and the defensive end. So.
Yeah, the defense.
But if they can't get boards, I think actually Gonzaga's got a good chance to win that game. But
Cracking it.
yeah, shout out Alani sponsoring for this episode.
Yeah, sponsor us, Alani.
Go get your
please.
free Alani's up at the Senex gas station.
2 for $4.
Oh,
great
yeah,
deal.
No, 2 for 4, not free, but yeah. And then I guess new sponsorship as well, Sparkling Ice Caffeine.
Yeah, any energy drink you pick.
Yeah,
you
Washington
pick that.
High School hooked us up with these, about 40 of these, so
Yeah, shout out.
they've been giving us up. Anyway, I know I said my national champions, but my Final Four for my real bracket, the one I took in-depth dive in, I got Michigan State in my Final Four. I have, who do I have? Michigan State, Tennessee, Duke, and Maryland.
Maryland?
And I have Michigan State and Tennessee in the championship. Maryland, they are so good offensively and defensively. They're a 4 seed. They're one of the best 4 seeds I think you can. Again, I'm not saying they're going to be there.
They ended their year like so unlucky. Like
Michigan game?
Michigan. They should have beat Michigan State. I was watching that game. They were the way better team the entire game.
Yeah.
Way better team the entire game. If that game went overtime, we didn't make that half court buzzer
That is
beater,
actually
we would have lost.
That is actually such a great point from Jack. Maryland, every single game they have lost this year, almost every single game has been on a buzzer beater or by like 2 points.
Yeah, they
it's
lost
been
to like
ridiculous.
Their last 3 games they lost by like 1 point or like 1 possession, like under 10 seconds. I think they lost to it was like Northwestern by 1 possession.
Didn't they lose to Michigan?
Michigan by 1 possession,
yeah.
and then Michigan State.
So I'm saying they got a lot of star power, a lot of firepower. They're super athletic. The one problem with them is that they don't run very deep. That's the only. But I think when you get to March, realistically, especially in a game like basketball, you don't need to run very deep.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have legit 3 superstars on your team, and everyone else is kind of mid, and you'll do just fine. You just got to get hot. Again, I'm not saying I'm not saying Maryland's going to be there because I think they have to get through Florida.
Yeah,
I believe.
Yeah.
But if there's one 4 seed or a little bit of a dark horse to kind of go for, I think Maryland is a really good bet here. But we'll see. And for those of you like me, my bracket's kind of busted even through round 1. But to keep your guys' hopes up high, you get more rounds or you get more points in later rounds. So as long as your Final Four stays intact, you're gonna have a really good chance at being in your
winning the
top.
bracket,
And top of your pools.
Yeah.
Because I know Bubba, Aiden Johnson won last year. I don't think he did well in the first round, but he had UConn winning it all. And
Yeah, that's all you need.
I mean, think about it. If you get the champion right, the last round is worth 32 points. That is the equal amount of points to getting every single first-round pick right. Does that make sense? So if you got every single first-round pick right, you'd get 32 points. But if you get the champion right, you also get 32 points. So
Who do you have winning again?
Michigan State.
Michigan.
That's my real one.
Yeah.
But my second option is Maryland. I
yeah.
do like Maryland to make a run. I don't know. There's just something about them.
Yeah, I like that Queen. What's his name? Queen on their team, their center. You know what I'm talking about? Really big guy.
I think so.
Yeah, he's good.
I'm still kind of a casual. I've seen some metrics before the tournament started. I've seen their games, and it's just they just seem impressive to me. That's all. And like I said, like Jack said, all their games have been close, and if they've lost, it's been super unlucky.
Yeah.
Super unlucky.
Yeah.
Shoot, I guess we're already through the March Madness stuff. 23 minutes. It's going by. I mean, I guess
We can talk about baseball quick before we do the
yeah.
lifetime.
I
guess we can go into depth about some baseball. So, first games are a week from yesterday.
from
6
yesterday.
days.
Yeah,
6
Friday.
days.
It's like Friday.
We play out in Rapid. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. For those of you that, aren't paying attention to baseball, there were some teams that went out to Kansas City this week. Jefferson, Lincoln.
And Lincoln.
Is that it?
I think that's
Yeah,
it.
Harrisburg goes out next weekend.
Harrisburg, O'Gorman, and Brandon go out next week.
Yeah.
Now, let's just say both teams are struggling out there.
Dude, teams down there are good, though.
Yeah. I was just going to say
Very
that.
good. Like when my brother, when it was my brother's senior year, and like the team after them, like those were 2 really good teams for Washington.
Yeah, with Miles. And,
Like they struggled down there. Like there's some good teams down in Kansas.
yeah.
And that's a tough way to start your season. Also in some a little bit chillier weather.
Yeah, if we were to go down there.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
God,
I'm not
it'd
saying
be-
we are getting absolutely destroyed if we went out there.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, but that's just, I mean, you even saw guys like Case and Christensen who are great pitchers just get
Yeah, I
team
saw
off
Kaysen
on.
didn't
At least
do the best.
statistically, I didn't really see them throw.
Yeah, I was
How
talking
fast can he get up to?
Depends on the day, probably.
I'm not
Honestly,
sure. Maybe like 83, 84?
Yeah,
Maybe
but
more. I don't
he's
know.
got a good curveball.
Kaysen's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was talking to him the night before, and he was talking to me how they have to play a Texas commit.
Okay, that was not true.
Are you sure?
That's what Jen said too. Apparently, I was talking to Jens McClarty, or I wasn't talking to Jens McClarty. But Tommy Peterson was telling me about it. How Jens. I'm sorry though. There's no way they put up 2 runs on a guy that throws 95, 96. There's no chance.
Braden Olsen had a triple.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I did see that. But that was in like their second game. Their first game. They
But-
said, apparently, according from Tommy Peterson's mouth to Jens, it was like
They're facing a guy throwing 95?
95, 96. Which,
Damn.
I guess I don't have any facts backing up that it's not, but I just don't see anyone, even in any team in our state, or even a lot of teams in the country. You're facing 95, 96 at the high school level? Good luck.
Yeah.
And it's your first game of the year. There's no way they put up 2 runs. I'm sorry.
Unless he was just
Awful.
walk heavy or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to look at the game changer.
Yeah, but there's just I just can't believe they faced a guy throwing that hard.
Yeah.
I mean, they're probably facing mid to high 8s right now. Maybe a 9. But
Yeah.
like,
Well, Kaysen was talking to me that Texas commit was like, he wasn't a pitcher. He was a defensive guy. Like,
oh,
yeah.
okay.
But yeah, I looked at the game changer and they were down 13-0 at 4th inning.
Yeah. They actually were down 11-0 this afternoon, or this morning at 11 a.m. Or no, this morning at like 9 a.m. They were down 11-0, came back 11-7. I think they ended up losing by 4.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
But I don't know. What are you guys' I know I've probably asked some people this before that I've had on with podcasts, but what's your biggest keys to success for us to be the good
I
this
think
year?
our pitching this year could be really solid, especially if Tommy Peterson's healthy.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good sign though. His MRI came back
Yeah,
negative. So
yeah, he just has tendonitis.
I've had what he's had. I don't blame
I
him
had
for
it
getting
this
the
summer.
MRI,
Yeah.
but I've had actually what he's talking about. You get pain in here, and like it's weird. It feels like some cartilage builds up in your elbow right in here. It's basically just an overuse injury from him lifting a lot, throwing a lot. It's usually from lifting. Like when you're doing a lot of these like upper body stuff, when you're lifting your elbow, bending it back and forth on heavy weight, that's when your elbow starts to get a little. He has a little like tendonitis.
Yeah.
So that's something he's just gonna have to.
The thing that sucks about this weekend, though, is Talon and Kyler are going to be gone.
Yeah, Talon Black is gonna.
Those
be,
are 2 solid arms.
Yeah, that's for sure. Even Talon Black from, I mean, I don't know about Kyler yet. I haven't seen him play in a varsity game and stuff like that, so I can't really say much. Well, even with Talon, but we know Talon's going to be a big piece in the infield as well.
Yeah.
So that's going to hurt a little bit. But we'll have guys that step up. And we go to Rapid. I'm just really hoping we play well. And I think the biggest thing this year.
I think if we play, I mean, obviously it's first games of the season, but I mean, if we play well, we could easily walk out of there with 3.
Oh, if we play our absolute best baseball, we could walk out of there with 4 wins.
Yeah.
But that's obviously a super hypothetical, and that sometimes doesn't always happen. I'm not saying we can't. I'm super confident, but
Do we know who's going, like, game 1?
I have no
They haven't said,
No
like,
clue.
anything about
haven't said
that.
anything. yeah, they'll probably let us know like Thursday or something.
Yeah.
I think the thing out in Rapid, what we have to focus on as a group, which I remember saying in practice after practice, is like the little things. Even Thurl saying it because our outfield. Look, we just had practice. Our outfield looked terrible. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Well, yeah. And then, no diss to our first base group, but they couldn't catch a damn ball.
Yeah, that was true.
Cash wore one right to the chest.
Yeah, that was bad.
It's all right, Cash. We still love you.
And then Spore, like, that one rep Spore had was so bad. He dropped, like, the ball, like, 4 times.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then he just, like, gave up.
No, Spore Spore is not. Spore is just fine. It was just a bad day for. It happens.
Yeah,
it was just.
all right.
It was just a bad day. But I know. I don't know why we're throwing so many shots at so many people. Hopefully they still love us after this. I'm like, we don't hate these guys. We're just being honest, trying to be as real as possible, I guess. You know, I mean, and stuff happens. Like I'm not sitting here, and he's not sitting here like we've never dropped a ball in our life. Either.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is just the little things. Because when you're so early in the season, when it's cold like that, no matter who's even throwing up there for the other team, it's so hard to hit. Mm-hmm. Especially early in the season. The best team, or the teams that win those games early in the season, are the ones that do the little things right, can hit the cutoffs, can just field simple ground balls, make easy plays. Like when someone bunts, just take the out at first, take the easy play. And also the things like when you get runners in scoring position, how can I 0-2 find a way to put the ball in play, get that runner in?
Yeah.
Those are the teams that win early on. I think if we can find a way to do the little things better, I think we could be 10 times better of a baseball team. Because I think that was the deal last year. I think obviously our record sucked last year. I'm not saying, I've said this on time, I'm not saying we'd ever win a state championship last year. Like, we won one game. Yeah, no. But seriously, we had some close games. And the biggest thing why we sucked so bad last year, especially when you play at a high school varsity level, if we didn't do the little things well at all last year.
I think we easily had like 5 or 6 games where it was like we out-hit the other team and we lost by 4 runs.
Seriously, though, from a simple skill standpoint of like throwing the ball, hitting the ball, and pitching the ball, like you said, we would have we played Lincoln one time, and sure they weren't throwing necessarily their best guy ever, but we out-hit them. Yeah. But we lost by like 6 or 7 runs.
Yeah.
It was a close game for the most part until like the last 3 innings. Yeah. But that's because we started making some dumb mistakes, like throwing the ball around, walking people. You just can't. You just can't do that.
OG. I remember
OG was bad.
So we don't. Okay, we've done a lot of name dropping. Yeah.
Well, we know who.
But I just think the biggest thing this year, I've said it 100 times. I'll say it again. The little things, and that even goes for every team in the state. If you're listening, even for any sport, you do freaking the little things right. You're gonna win games
for sure.
Especially, we play Harrisburg in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can't make errors. They're gonna capitalize so easily. Yeah. You gotta get ounces, the ones that they give you. So
yeah, and it's about to be freezing too. I checked. It's gonna be that high is gonna be 43 Rapid.
I saw it was high. I saw it was in 50.
That's Friday. Friday's gonna be 65.
But here's the thing, though. I was just talking to my dad about this before you guys got here. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be like high 40s on Saturday in Rapid, but it's like 5-mile-an-hour winds.
Okay, good.
Wind's all it is, really. Because seriously, right now I stepped outside and look, I can see the trees moving. It's actually blowing probably harder than it will be in Rapid, and it's like 48 right now. I was like, shoot, I could play in this. I just, you throw on a long sleeve and get a little warm. Exactly. Maybe a shicey here and there. You guys throwing on the shiceys this year?
Might have to. Yeah, I gotta head to Shield soon to get some stuff.
He doesn't even have pants yet.
You don't have pants? No. Jeez.
Yeah, it's rough.
I don't have white. I need white pants.
Let's make a Shield run?
Might have to.
I bet.
Anyway, though, we'll see if this is the last question for baseball, but who do you think is going to be
a good team?
A good team. I know I've asked you guys this last summer.
I really don't have a say in it. Like, I don't play baseball over the summer. Like, you guys say names, and like I don't even really know, to be honest. So like,
That's fair.
Up to you guys.
I think Watertown's gonna be good.
I know. I say that too, and I've said that on the last 2 episodes about baseball. But I seriously don't know who's on their team. I just know they're gonna be good.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
Yeah. Well, that's like what Clemmy said. He didn't like say any name, but he's like, these guys have been playing since they're 8, and like just
they're good.
Know each other.
My question is though, I don't know why they haven't been playing school baseball.
No, this is their
money
first
issue.
Year.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a money issue. It's just
some of those small schools too. They like to just I don't know, go like summer ball. Because it's like their team.
Yeah.
Whether they choose to play school,
they
would just play tournaments. They don't play actual school ball. They just play tournaments during the school season.
How do you do that? There's no one doing that though.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I would check out their games.
I guess like maybe those like Kansas, like kind of what like Lincoln's doing right now.
Also, they don't even really play. Oh, they just go out to Kansas City a few weekends and just play like 4 games.
Something like that.
That seems really weird to me though.
Yeah.
I don't know, at that point, just play school ball.
Brandon's going to be good.
Harrisburg's going to be good. Harrisburg's scary, I think, from a standpoint. I've been looking at everyone's offense this year, lineup-wise, and I see the biggest thing for every team this year, besides maybe Harrisburg and even Brandon, is like the depth for offenses this year throughout the state, I think, is going to be a little bit lacking for almost every team out there, personally.
Yeah.
Maybe I could be wrong, and it's so early in the season. There's teams that surprise you. There's teams that disappoint you. And again, there's stuff that happens that you don't even expect. But and that's even comes with the little things again. When you got offenses that aren't very deep, the teams that win are the teams that throw strikes and make plays.
Exactly. Just put the ball in play.
Yeah, just put the ball in play and throw the ball over the plate and give yourself a chance. Yeah. That was a big thing for us last year. We had games would be up. Remember when we were in Fargo? Or no, we weren't in Fargo. We played in Fargo team. We were up like 8-2.
That's the game me and Jack took the ACT.
I don't know why they put me in a pitch.
Yeah, Jack straight out of the
ACT. Straight out of the ACT. Took the ACT just got done 2 hours ago. I go home. I think I shower. Get ready. I low-key take my time at my house. Come back and we're still in that game. And Clemmy's like, "Go get ready." I thought he was joking. Legit thought he was joking.
He puts me at third and then.
Yeah. Like, we go in right as we get there, and we're up. Like, why?
Because here's the deal. What happened, which TD even knows it, so I'm going to shout out TD's name. TD was in there. He legit walked 8 guys in a row. Not kidding. So that was part of it. Well, TD knows it. TD knows it was that kind of game. So TD's not going to hate me for it if he's definitely. I think TD's definitely listening to this right now.
I hope so.
TD's definitely listening to this.
Shout out TD.
But yeah,
I think
that's fun. That's actually a funny story.
Yeah.
The TD, he just puts you in, right?
And I don't even pitch. I legit don't
Jack
pitch.
Doesn't pitch.
I think Xander Birch warmed me up. Like, came in. I'll tell you what, it's so weird being on the mound, like seeing the ball off the bat, like from the mound. I had one that like, okay, not gonna lie, this guy like raked one off me at like 2-hop the fence out in the left center. I thought it was gone. I thought it was gonna land at B&G. It was ridiculous.
No, they were decent offensively.
That yellow team?
Yeah. No, that's the team we were up on. Yeah, yellow team.
Okay. I swear they had like 8 twins on their team. Every single kid on that team looked identical.
I easily.
They all had like little mustaches. I don't know if you remember that, but like pitching, I don't really look at the kids unless they're like at second base, like where I'm playing. But like pitching, I look at them. They all looked identical.
I feel like there's teams like that, and like even schools. When I play basketball or baseball, you go to these little schools. Everyone from Huron looks the same. I'll tell you that. That's one that notices.
Huron was a fun game last year, even though we lost.
One thing that
Huron was a blast. Huron was actually a blast.
Yeah, one thing that I'm a little annoyed at with our like schedule, like we go everywhere. I feel like we have more games at Sanford than we do Harmondon.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
I like Harmondon more, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think Sanford obviously has the better playing surface.
Yeah,
but there's just a vibe at Harmondon that's like.
What? We have 3 games at Harmondon
against
like
Border Battles at Harmondon.
Or I guess those 2.
Okay, here's the thing though. We go to Harrisburg, which is nice. I'd rather play Harrisburg. I'd really like to play Harrisburg at Harrisburg because they actually have like a home field at their school.
Yeah.
Which is something we don't get very often here in Sioux Falls. No one has their own team field.
Watertown comes here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we don't go to Watertown.
We go to Mitchell.
We go to Mitchell. We go to Brookings. We go to Huron.
We might go to.
No, I remember Watertown comes here.
I don't think we go to Watertown because I remember like all of our out of town.
I don't care what anyone says. I low-key mess with Huron's field. I don't know what it is. The vibe there is low-key nice.
It's weird though.
It's so weird.
It's so weird. It's like that tournament was so fun.
Or like the little triangular when we played Stevens and Huron.
That was so fun.
It was like 90 degrees last games of the year. And we were raking. We just could not pitch for anything.
Yes.
We just couldn't pitch for anything.
Oh. And then, oh my god, that interaction with Pank, first baseman, was so funny.
For those of you that don't know, for those of you that don't know,
should I play the audio?
Don't play the audio.
Hold on, no. You can play the audio. You can do whatever you want. Someone send me the video. I'm gonna put this on the. I can overlay it on the screen so I can show everyone when I do this. I need to go back in.
Find the clip on Game Changer. It's like it happens, and then like. Because it happens right in front of our dugout. We're on the first base side dugout, and Thurlow's at third, and he like
Thurlow's our coach.
What does he say? What does he say? He comes over and he's like,
I need to
dugout. Shut up.
Like, I need to explain the whole situation so people know what we're talking about. Basically, we're in Huron, playing baseball, whatever. It gets a little chippy for no reason. It's Huron versus Washington. We both have like one win. We both have one win, and we're getting chippy for no reason. This pitcher's like pitching against us. He's striking us out a couple times, talking to the dugout, whatever. Pank. Okay, long story short,
that was
Panking in like
I don't care.
Pank's fault.
Yes.
Pank ran.
Yes.
Hold on, no. Well, it was the inning before though. No, this was the inning before. I think a player from them and maybe Cash was at first. I don't even know if it was Cash. Someone at first. I think they hit a ground ball, whatever, we threw it. And I think I threw it a little wide. I think we got the out, but Cash, went to go tag him, ran into him, got a little chippy. The dude wasn't happy. The next inning, Pank comes up to bat, Tyler Pankinen, hits a ground ball to short, runs to first, whatever. The ball comes wide again, and Pank just gets freaking bulldozed over. And the ump ejects both of them.
send that to Beckett.
There's the audio a little bit. But the ump ejects both of them. And we're so confused. Because how is that Pank's fault, by the way?
Yeah.
Come on, how is that Pank's fault?
I don't think both of them should have been ejected. That was like...
If you watch the film, Pank just ran to first, and he get bulldozed.
Yeah.
And also, not to mention, Pank gets ejected. You can say it everyone.
And then the first baseman got, like, over him and, like, said something.
Yeah. He, like, flexed in his face after he did the umps ejects both of them. The first baseman should have been ejected, not Pankin.
Yeah.
And so not only that was our last game of the year. So if you get ejected, you're suspended one game. So he misses the first game of regionals.
Yeah.
The first playoff game.
I don't really know.
Pank?
Yeah, he didn't play. And remember, they tried to take it to the board. Yeah. They tried to take it everywhere to try to get it overturned. If you watch the video, I'm sorry, Pankinen doesn't do anything. The throw was wide. Wide.
I was on deck when that happened.
How do you not get hit?
And I remember going to the catch it, and we were just laughing so hard.
Yeah, remember the dad? The dad for Huron was going crazy.
Well, and like,
the
my
first
dad.
dad.
They probably don't know this, but Huron's field is cool. I won't lie. Like, it's legit in a bowl. And, like, the cars, you remember that? There's, like, cars right behind, like, our side dugout. And they're just,
honk.
like, every hit that, like, Huron hits or, like, something that happens, they're just honking. Like, it's sick. And I just remember there's car horns just going crazy when that happens.
And like I said, we're getting so chippy for no reason.
Both
teams are getting not. Huron played Lincoln in the regional, who won state, and we played Harrisburg in our regional, who lost in the state championship. Like, none of us were good. We all sucked, and we were getting chippy. What do we do?
That Mitchell game was so funny.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Mitchell, too, again, chippy at Mitchell. Not to mention, we get chippy with Mitchell. Mitchell has 2 wins.
Yeah.
I hate Mitchell. I actually hate Mitchell.
We don't want to. Well, we all know why everyone hates Mitchell for this one, right?
No, we know.
We all know. Well, that was. Those are good memories last year. I know we went 1 and whatever, but there was some funny crap.
So funny.
Oh my gosh, the Pankinen thing will always be remembered. But again, I liked Huron because we were actually low key raking, and it was like 90 degrees.
Dude, yeah, we played good.
Yeah. I know Boomin was just in the crap. I know you hit.
Dude,
really,
we got
really
in Dial's head too when we faced him that one inning.
We faced.
He beamed Pank, and then I had like a 8-pitch walk. Like, we had like 2 guys on.
We had we were facing a kid committed to Arizona State at the time. He actually decommitted.
Now he's going to
Washington State.
Yeah,
still D1, and we might face him actually this next week against Rav.
I bet we will.
No, the kid is actually. I'm not going to say anything about him. He's a good pitcher. Okay, he's a good pitcher. But yeah, we put up a run off him. I know it was like a walk. Pankinen walked. I think I reached on an air. They threw it away. Pank scores.
Pank got hit by pitch.
Well, hit by pitch, yeah. I don't know. I was in the box, so I remember in my head, it's like, oh yeah, this dude's a freaking Arizona State commit. So I'm like shaking up there a little bit. And I just it was like a curveball first pitch, and I'm like way on. I just swing whatever and just put it in play. It was terrible at bat, but got to run. So. Yeah. I think we got to jump into the draft.
All right,
we talked about baseball for a while. That was pretty fun, though.
Yeah, that was.
42 minutes. So the draft we're doing, I'm going to explain this. Give me like a minute to explain this, maybe not even. We're drafting life stats you wish you could see. So how should I explain this? Like, for instance, if you draft, I want to see how many steps I've walked in my whole life. That's something you could draft. Like a life stat you wish you could see, or like something you don't know. Like, I don't know.
Amount of times blinked, or like
amount of times I've done this, amount of times, or like something you don't even know, like the amount of time. I don't know. I'm thinking the one I saw, like how many girls actually liked me. I don't know, something like that that you don't know. I'm just saying that I'm not drafting that, by the way. I don't. Anyway, that's besides the point.
All right. So who's going first?
Ask Siri.
All right.
I'm just gonna say this. I will be losing this. I am not prepared at all. We thought about this draft literally 5 seconds before we hit play on the audio and everything. So I should go make sure the video is recording.
All right, bet. Breck, you're 3, Jack 2, I'm 1.
Oh, video's still recording. Yes.
Pick a number 1 through 3. 1. So I'm first.
1 through 2. He's 1. I'm 2.
Pick a number 1 through 2. 2.
So I'm second.
Yeah.
Okay. You're third.
All right.
So it goes here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go...
A life stat you wish you could see.
The amount of money I make throughout my whole life. I'm going to go with that.
That's a good
really
one.
Good.
That's a good one.
Wait. Can you specify that? Like, are you saying, like, if I never spent Anything? Is that what you're kind of saying?
Like,
No, just like spending, buying everything, making money, like with my job and all that. If you get what I'm saying.
Wait, now that I think about it, is that good? Is that a good pick?
I think it's
The
a solid
amount of
pick.
money you've made your whole life?
Mhm.
That's a stat you see.
What do you mean? Like if I were to see right now,
I think
the
a better
amount of
way
money-
you should say it is just like,
Oh, I know what you mean. The amount of money you're going to make in the future.
Yes.
I see.
Oh.
That makes a lot more sense.
that's solid.
Okay.
That's solid.
Do you want to explain? I mean, I don't know if there's much to explain.
I don't
about
really
it.
got any explain to do.
Weirdo, bro.
Just know.
Okay, we're gonna put Jack right here.
He like looks so.
I got a good one.
Yeah, that's a good start. It's a good start.
Yeah.
This is a super. I'm sorry. This is a super specific.
Like my lie.
This is gonna be. When we do a poll, I think people are gonna be so confused.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
No, I think they'll get it if they actually watch.
Okay, I gotta think about what I'm gonna take.
I'm kidding. I didn't read it.
I really need to think of an idea. I have nothing on my mind at all. Nothing on my mind.
Nothing.
How am I gonna pick three? We have to pick three.
Yeah, I like the one you said before we started the podcast, but I don't know if you.
Yeah,
can
we
say
can't
it.
say that. We can't say that.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
you're on
say
the
that.
shot clock here.
Oh, me? What'd you
No,
say?
you're up.
Oh, I'm up?
Yeah,
Oh
you're
my
up.
gosh. I'm up?
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay. I was waiting for Jack.
No, yeah.
So
you're
sorry
up.
for the listeners that just sat there for.
Just edit it out.
I can't, you know?
You def good.
I don't think I could. I'm not going to edit that out. There's no point. It's just dead time.
1 million.
How about. Oh. You know what I'd want to see?
What?
The. Shoot.
Yeah.
No.
This I think this is really bad, but the amount of time wasted looking at my phone.
I was actually thinking that too.
I feel like that's something you
that's
can
good.
see,
Like-
but that's a good, interesting stat to be like, dude, how much time have I really? And you know what? The people that say like that think like wasting your whole life on your phone, it's probably like 20% of your life. I feel like there's actually some meaningful time looking at your phone. To be
Oh,
honest
for
with you,
sure.
I seriously don't think there's anything bad for your well-being. Me personally, just watching TikTok for an hour, like just. I mean, think about it. We all got pissed when TikTok was gone because it's just nostalgia. It turned into a nostalgic thing for 10 hours.
Yeah,
because it was
crazy.
gone.
That was stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember checking it like they're trying to go on it like 8 times.
Yeah.
Uh huh.
And if you like deleted it from your whole phone, you couldn't get it back.
I gotta
for a
go
while.
back.
No,
to
you
back.
couldn't. What time is it, by the way?
It's 5 minutes till 1.
12:55.
12:55.
Perfect, because we gotta.
We gotta
You guys just going straight to practice?
Yeah.
We got practice after this, so we gotta.
We still got a lot of time.
Yeah.
Is that like one I could use?
I don't know if that's that good.
We gotta. Well, I'm not blaming you. It's everyone. We should. This is a hard one. I know we gotta go. I don't know. A little bit of dead time. I don't know what to say. to these
Yeah.
people. We gotta start picking stuff. But anyway, Dylan Bark took money made in lifetime, and I took the amount of time spent on your phone in your lifetime.
I'll do like the amount of times I've made somebody laugh, or like total of like laughs received.
Yeah, I like that.
Be a lot.
Thanks.
It would be a lot. You're a funny guy.
Thanks.
I sorry, that sounded a little like, that kind of sounded gay. I'm like, you're a really funny dude, man.
Nah, that's not gay.
I will say though, I told Tommy Peterson, you were coming on here for the podcast. He's like, yes, bro, Jack's so funny. I can't wait. So
We need to get time.
Tommy's
That
excited.
could be interesting. 'cause
Oh,
we
it's
can
back
talk
to
about
it's back to who? It's back to you again.
Yeah.
And then it's me.
I'll change something with that. I'll say, like the amount of like weight from food I've ever like gained as a total. Like not like burned, but like
Oh, the amount of food you've eaten equivalent to like the weight
In, like,
amount.
pounds.
So the amount of weight you've eaten.
Gained from
yeah.
eating
Oh.
So like let's say like I ate, I don't know,
McDonald's or
1,000 pounds or Actually, I don't know. Or let's say like 10,000 pounds in 2 years.
So you've eaten. So basically,
I wanna
he's
see,
eaten
my total,
10,000 pounds of McDonald's in 2
Yeah.
years. The amount of pounds of food he has eaten in his lifetime.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. You gotta cut that.
sponsor us, dude. It gives you. I don't know. Sorry, I just burped. No, that's disgusting.
That's all right.
My turn. Okay, this is going to be a really specific one.
Yeah.
I would like to know how much my grades would change in class. I'd like to know if my grade would be better in a certain amount of classes if I moved back in the class. You know what I mean? So I can cheat, use AI. I don't know how to describe this.
Wait.
Does this make sense? So I would like to know how much. I'll say like this. How much better would my grades be in class if I always sat in the back of the classroom or back away from the teacher? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Think about it. Let's be
there's
honest. How many times have you guys used AI in your tests? I use it on every test. You never just whip out your phone and just take a little screenshot with Snapchat?
I used it on Apes once, and I don't know if it was just an off game for my AI, but I low-key dropped like a 50.
Using AI?
It's all right.
Use that glass, bro.
I'm glad I didn't take that.
Removed my AI for that day. Added them back the next day.
Can we shout out AI, though? I think all the teachers hate it, but I feel like the amount of
There's
time...
an AI on your Chromebook. Like, you can, pop it up as a tab. What is that called? I bet if I had my Chromebook right now. It's called, it's 3 letters.
You gotta tell me that.
Oh, my God. But it's, you can use it as, an extension tool.
I might have to clip this. I might have to clip this.
Too.
Might have to clip this.
Pops up as a little tab that you can use, and it works great.
Really?
Yes.
I can't... Also, another stat I'm not going to pick, but the amount of, time in my life this year that AI has saved me, on homework and everything. Because I'm going to say this. I have a 97, 98% in algebra, too, right now. And I use AI for every single homework piece I use in that class.
Who's your teacher?
Hayden, the sophomore basketball coach.
Yeah. Might have to tell Hyde about this.
Hayden's not going to care. Because here's the thing. As long as... he might care if I'm using AI on the test, but AI on my homework and stuff, that's just me saying... The reason I use AI is because I think personally I know the topic. Why spend all my time practicing if I know it when I can just go watch a freaking March Madness game at night? Or hang out with friends at night instead of doing homework.
Yeah.
AI is actually such a useful tool that we have now in society.
We talked about that on our last podcast, too.
That we didn't.
AI.
Yeah.
That was a good topic.
We should have talked about
I
it.
truly think those, meta glasses...
Yeah, talk about the meta glasses for a sec while we're doing this.
There's these glasses. It's by is it
Meta AI.
Yeah.
Or who made it?
Jeff.
No, it's the dude that made Facebook.
Yes. Who is that?
Zuckerberg.
Yep. It's these glasses. They look like normal glasses, but it's basically built-in Siri.
And it has a camera.
Yeah, camera.
And what you said, what Jack said, you can go to the store and take just a bag of goldfish.
Yeah,
and
be
they can
how much calories are in the...
Even though it says it on the back.
Yeah,
but it gets quick.
It could be insane.
Or
if
could
that
you
gets
take,
better...
Or could you use the AI glasses?
I
and
could
just,
look at... Yeah, if it could get to a point where I could look at this and be find this on Amazon. Or
Yeah.
Or
That's sick. And how much are they, though?
Like
they're low-key worth it.
300.
They're $300. It's not that advanced right now,
Yeah.
but just the Siri in it,
I think even the
that's not-
camera's worth it. You know how much you can catch people doing stuff with the camera?
prescription glasses are way more than $300.
And it's got a camera and an ability to scan stuff and tell you. That's sick.
Yeah.
That's a big advancement. That could be a big deal here coming up in the next few years.
Yeah.
There's people that say 2030 is gonna make 2025 look like the second century, which there's no way we get advanced that much in 5 years.
Yeah, we were also saying that
That's
10
never
years
happened.
ago, yeah.
But here's the thing. Yeah, there's people from the 1950s that thought we had flying cars now.
Yeah.
Dude, we're nowhere close.
Yeah.
I think there's stuff they're right on. They've predicted some Bluetooth stuff, maybe
Yeah.
some even the AI piece. But anyway, we should get back to the draft here. Anyway,
You up?
Yeah, I'm up. This might be very controversial.
you get 2 more here.
Yeah. Oh, I got 2?
Yeah, you get 2. You get
All
2
right,
back
I'm
to
going
back.
to do how much longer I have to live.
I would not like to know that.
Oh, God.
I'd want to know that.
That'd be terrible. I feel like each birthday I'd be like, dang, I got like 50 more years. Or like, then when it gets closer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel like I'd always be on the clock and like rush.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That would be terrible.
I
I think it'd be terrible. I think that's a bad pick. You really want to know when you're going to die?
I would like to know.
I would, yeah.
I'd like to know how I die.
For real. That wouldn't be so bad.
That'd be good.
That wouldn't be bad. Because what if it was like, I mean, let's say it was like a boating accident though. Like, you just like wouldn't go on, I don't know. It'd be weird.
That would be weird.
Or like,
You know what I mean? Or it's like you die in a car accident.
Then
Are you
you
ever
would
getting in a
never
car
wanna get in
again?
a car,
Jesus. No. Yeah.
I would like to know how I die again. But I feel like if someone told you how you're going to die, there's like probably no way around it though. Like if someone said a plane accident, it's like, oh, I can never go on a plane again. But I feel like there's going to be some scenario in your life that like forces you onto a plane somehow.
Yeah.
And then I've seen this before, but it's like, so let's say you're in, oh shoot, like the monument or like the, what's the one in Sioux Falls? There's a monument in Rapid and the Denny.
Yeah.
And then they're wondering like, how many people in this place have I killed in Fortnite or Call of Duty?
Oh.
That's what.
That's a good one.
How many?
I've thought of that too. Or like,
How many people?
yes, because there was like a trend.
Yeah,
Like at one point on TikTok where like they'd be at like a basketball
Yeah, I
game
wonder
and
how
they'd
many
be
people
like,
I've killed in Fortnite.
yeah,
in a year.
I've had to have been in like the same game of
Yeah.
Fortnite as somebody.
How many people? I'm gonna write it. How many people have I seen in person that I've also killed in Fortnite?
Yeah. 2 stats for that.
That's good. Hey, way to make an adjustment and come back with a better one.
I do like
Yeah.
Jack's what he said better. How you die instead of.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you can try to lay
just
that
don't know
off
what
as much as possible. I think the worst though, if someone said you're dying in a car accident, dude.
I'm not getting in a car. I'm not getting.
But you have to though.
I'm biking everywhere. I'm biking everywhere.
Yeah, some genie told me I'm dying in a car.
Low-key, I could
so
get hit by a car too, but
Yeah, until you get hit on the sidewalk.
that's still technically a car accident.
yeah. Brick.
No, it's Jack. No, it is me.
Yeah.
It is me. To piggyback off that. The amount of people. I'm thinking about taking this potentially.
Is that the one we were talking about?
It kind of jumps off. I saw it on your phone before this. No, it's not that one. It's not that. How many people? I'm just gonna take it because I can't think of anything else. How many people I have walked by that are murderers
Or like,
or that have
good,
killed
yeah.
people?
yeah.
And there's actually, I've seen a stat on this. Like the average person will walk by, I think
it
like
3?
10.
I thought it was.
It was maybe like 3 to 10ish in that range. We'll just say 5.
Yeah.
5 people you have walked by in your lifetime
Or serial killer.
are serial killers or killers.
Yeah.
But depends with different.
It also kind of depends where you.
Wait, no. Hold on. Can I change my pick by chance? Can I change my pick?
Yeah.
Or like criminals, just like
No,
straight up.
you know what I actually want to see? How many people in my lifetime that have like talked behind my back?
That's a good one.
I've thought of that before.
Because I think about that on a daily basis.
You think about that on a daily basis?
Show a daily basis. Sorry, I'm not just saying that because you guys just made fun of that. No, but I've thought about it before. Let's just say that. I've thought about it before. I've thought about it. And I'm not going to sit here and say, because everyone has done it, that's why I'd want to know. I've talked behind people's backs.
Yeah.
I mean, you too. I mean, shoot. Someone's probably, I wouldn't even be mad at you guys if you've talked behind my back before about something random. But
Yeah, I've never.
I mean, I guess I'll never know. You should keep it a secret. How many people have talked behind my back in my lifetime? So just the number of people. Because what if it's like 100? Then you're like, okay, whoa. 100 people?
Yeah.
Jack, you're up.
Final pick.
It's gonna be like hard to explain, or like, but it's like, it's more like in the moment thing, but like percentage of like making the wrong decision or like getting in trouble or like getting caught in like a certain scenario, if you get what I mean.
I get what you mean.
Like,
I know.
one night, like, there's this one night where we were in Harvey Dunn, and
Wait, hold on. Before you go to your story, should I put it like ratio to the amount of times you've made right decisions to wrong decisions?
yeah, like that's a good one.
Okay.
Wait, what night are you talking about? Harvey Dunn.
We had spotlights on us.
When?
Go on.
We were in Harvey Dunn, and Jack Husera ding-dong ditched this guy, and this guy turned into, like, Navy SEAL, top of the line, like, this guy was all for getting one of us. Like, he got in his car, and he, like, turned on his brights, and, like, he, like, called his neighbor. Like, there was two trucks.
Yeah.
Like, they were on each sides of, like, the Harvey Dunn Park.
John, we got these middle scores.
Yeah. And I remember there was, like, I don't know, there was, like, 10 of us. And I remember splitting up. And it was, like, who was with me? It was, like, me, Brennan, Tommy, and, like, Gunner. It was like,
I know it was just me and Birkin.
It was, like, us four. And, like, I remember, like,
he ran across the whole park to us.
like, ran. Like, just, like, run, like...
He was quick,
like,
too.
I want to know if we, like, turned down the wrong street, what would have happened? Like, if he caught us? Like, that's, like, what I'm, like, trying to get at with, like, my, like, percentage
so it is
thing.
different. It's like...
Or, like, if I made this decision, what would the outcome be of that? Or, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, I can word that differently. If I made a bad decision... Yeah, that's... It's almost like... It reminds me of... what your situation reminds me of, which is life actually in general, is those, like, pick your own adventure books.
Yeah.
It's like you pick option 35.
Yeah.
But if I picked option 34, what would have happened?
And it couldn't even be, like, a trouble scenario. Like, let's say, like... I don't know. It could be, like, anything, like sports. Like, it could be, like... Not to throw my boy Cale Swanson under the bus, but he, like... They played state tournament against Lincoln. Like, what if he, like... took that pitch or like something, like, you know what I mean, like, or like,
oh, I thought you were talking about the Stinger quote.
Oh, well, like that too,
but
like anything. I just like, I don't know
what you're talking about.
That one's
That was
pretty
tragic.
broad, but
So almost like how would my life be different today if this one decision? Yeah, think about it. I mean, what if you get caught there? We might not even be here. Somehow,
legit.
you never know.
Like, oh my god, I have this crazy story. It's legit
Is it
the scariest.
Is it your neighbor?
No, my window.
Your window.
All right, last story. We're at an hour and 1 minute.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
story here, and then we're gonna wrap it
Okay,
up.
this can add with my thing. So we were. Jack Husera is such an idiot.
This could be a clip alert.
I'll send you the picture, Brad.
It was me, Edison Knoll with shotgun. He really good athlete. He goes to Lincoln. One of my closest
starting
friends.
basketball player, starting football player
When
out there.
was this?
You know, good athlete. Yeah.
I don't even know. Behind me was. Were you straight behind me? I think
was.
Tommy Hoffman was in
Tommy
the
was straight behind me. I was left. Eddie was right.
Yes. We were in my car. Tommy Hoffman was back left to my car. Dylan was sitting middle. And Jack Husera was back right. And we were on the interstate. And this minivan flies past us on the shoulder. Like,
On the shoulder?
Super illegal. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
dude.
kidding. It goes like 80, like, on the shoulder.
Okay.
And and then I get over in, like, the left lane. And we kind of, like, get to the point where we, like catch up with him. Like, not even on purpose.
When was it?
And Jack Husera flips this guy off. And he goes nuts. He gets in front of me, like, slams on his brakes, and like I bet we were at one point, like, on the interstate going like 45, because like he's like he won't get off me.
in front of us.
Then he gets behind me, and like
So Jack Husera flips this dude off.
yeah, and then he's following me, and I'm trying to get off on the exit to 26. Like, there's that, like, greenhouse. Yeah, there's that greenhouse.
Whoa, what happened?
Yeah, I'll get there. We like get
You might
off
have to
on
send that to me to
26.
put on
I'll send it
the.
to you.
And everybody's going silent because I'm I don't know. I'm like saying to Jack Husera, like, why would you do, like, I don't know. Like, it's not Jack Husera's fault. This guy's a maniac.
So he's
And,
basically like cutting you off on purpose. to
Cutting
try to-
me off. He's following me
Yeah.
off on the exit at 26. And, like, that exit, like, it's a long ramp. It's,
Yeah.
like, one lane. And it's, like, I don't know.
And it's narrow as well?
Pretty far. It's wide, but, like, it's, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a long one lane.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm trying to get out. Or, like, I'm taking that exit because we're going to go home. And Edison's like, get back on the interstate. But it's too late. Like, I would have had to go through, like, the dirt.
Yeah.
Like, damn near. But he's like, get off. Like, this guy's nuts. Like, Eddie's, like, the only one talking. These three guys in the back,
scared
dead silent.
Shit, listen.
Dead silent.
And I'm sure too. You guys are going like at least 65 miles an
Yeah,
hour here.
like,
so this
yeah,
is like you
I'm-
make a mistake, you're
Yeah,
you're dead.
I'm so scared. we get to a certain point. We don't even get up to the light, like next to that greenhouse, like in Leif Erikson right there. And he's driving this minivan. He he
almost
completely swerves his car, gets in front of us, and stops his car like sideways, so like we can't get past him unless we like drive on like the dirt a little bit. And I stopped my car probably like
You keep going. I'm gonna make sure this camera's still rolling.
we're probably like 20 feet away, and I can't back up. Eddie's like, back up. And I can't because there's cars like getting behind me. He gets out right away, throws a pop can at my car. It's a dot. Like I'll tip my cap to that.
It was a dot.
Like it would have hit me right in the chest. Like if there's no window
And it hits
there.
your windshield and breaks it.
No.
Whoa. We're still
Yes.
going?
Yes.
Holy crap.
Gets over there. I turn my radio off. It is dead silent. You can hear everything. He tries to come up to my side of the car. I make sure my car's locked about 300 times before he gets there. Like I'm freaking out. Like I make sure it's locked. He tries to get to my door and he's cussing. He's like, get out of the car. And like all this, like tries to open it, walks over to passenger side to Eddie's door, tries to open it, and he's like, and I'm the
saying?
the only one saying anything.
What did you say?
All four of these guys, and like, I'm 5 foot, 100 pounds. Like this was 2 years ago. Next to like, I mean, you guys are all like way bigger than me. They're not saying anything, and I'm like, go back to your car. What are you doing? Like all that, like we're just cussing back and forth. Like I'm so scared.
You kept saying like,
I'm
oh
so
hell
scared.
no, oh hell no.
Yeah, or like, well, he's trying to do like all this stuff. Comes back over to my side again, tries to open it, like points at me, and then takes his fist, bangs on my front windshield. I'm not kidding. It was like the loudest sound I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I'll put a picture up on the...
Eddie's side. Eddie's side. Slams his fist, completely cracks. You could see his face kind of just go like, oh shit.
Yeah, we got his plates.
And he runs back to his car. Yeah, but we get his plates, but it's a dealership car.
So they can't track him
Yeah,
anywhere.
we called the cops, and like, I'm on the phone with this cop, and she's like, are you sure that's a license plate? Like, she didn't even believe me.
Yeah.
That's what I was mad about. Like, this guy got away with it.
Wow.
Yeah, it pissed me off.
So you guys had to pay for the damage?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, me and my family had to.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was so scary.
What a story to end it here. We're at an hour and 6 minutes. I really didn't think we'd get to this point because we were at 23 minutes in and we already ended March Madness. But anyway, appreciate you guys being here. Also, second time. This is a big shout out for them. You don't even know.
Yep.
We've been through a lot, and we still don't even know if this is getting posted right now.
It's going to get
Let's
posted.
hope.
Anyway, check out Spotify, YouTube, Amazon Music, TikTok, Instagram,
Snapchat.
Thanks for Lonnie.
Snapchat.
For
You guys,
sponsoring.
Yeah, shout out to Lonnie.
Yeah, shout out Lonnie and Sparkling Ice. Again, we got 40 of these. Phenomenal. Go get yourself one at the Washington High School store. So, anyway, thank you guys for being here. And we'll see you guys next
All right,
time.
peace
Thank
out.
you, Jack.
Peace out.
Thank you, Dylan.
Yep.